Yo, what up? My name is Don, and today we're going to be checking out Kendrick Lamar's Euphoria. This is the track that dropped on April 30th and was the one that dropped just before 616 in LA, which is the song that I reacted to yesterday. This also puts us three tracks closer to where this all started, the battle between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. And also in this one, we get into some references into the AI use. So I'm really interested in that because, I think it's really uh, obviously, well, to me, it's super controversial that there was AI use of someone who's legendary and passed away, Tupac, and AI use of someone who's legendary and alive, Snoop Dogg, which is an odd play, but I can't wait to see what Kendrick Lamar says about that. So, without further ado, let's hop in and check out Euphoria by Kendrick Lamar.
Woo, shit, my man said me through that.
Euphoria. Them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful. I calculate you're not as calculated. I can even predict your angles. Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale. A pathetic master manipulator. I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you're a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your collection. I make music that electrify 'em. You make music that pacify 'em. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. Know you're a master manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you.
Woo. Shoo.
Yo, let's go.
Shoo. 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 Shoo.
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, I'm out the way, yeah, I'm low, okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper, nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house, like I'm Joe, okay. Hellcat, met his homeboys in them types LA solo, okay. Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power of fame will make you go away? Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever walked your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case? Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight. I hate when a rapper talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns, then hop online like pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park your son. The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave. Cut the business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the braids? I hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay. There's 3 ghosts left, and I see 2 of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. It's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're Cole and Ivory know I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton, I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. We ain't gotta get personal, this a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we, it's not just me. I'm what the culture feeling. How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. You gon' make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crash something. Yeah, my first one like my last one. It's a classic, you don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that. Then tell them where you get your abs from. V12, it's a fast one. Bow, bow, bow. Last one. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. Remember? Hey, top dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion my middle name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. I'm allergic to the lame shit, only you like being famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised she wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga, but that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. Ain't even gotta be deep, I guess. Still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't seen him yet. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him? Bet. When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You assigned to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga. Try cease and desist on a like that record. Oh, what? You ain't like that record? Back to back. I like that record. I'ma get back to that for the record. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all thinking my life is rap? That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking them up, know nothing about that. Then tell them to pray, know nothing about that. Then giving them tools to walk through life like day by day, know nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the truth and consider what God's considering. You don't know nothing about that. Ain't 20v1, it's 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Yeah, bring them out too, I clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Austin. Funny he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him. I'm a blick niggas all in their coffin. Yeah, OVO niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. What I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Don't speak on the family, Crody. It can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody. I be at New Hall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Tell me your cheesing farm. We can do this right now on the camera, Crody. Hey, fuck y'all niggas, I don't trust y'all niggas. I wave one finger and thump y'all niggas like, Phil go punt y'all niggas, they punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Whoever that's fucking with them, fuck you niggas and fuck the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. Psst, that's something you don't wanna do. Ooh. I don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. Stop.
All right. Yo, I think that that was so far one of the, I think that was just well put together, top to bottom. I think, there were disses that were very just direct, just between like I feel like anybody could pick up that song and just feel like it's heat towards, whoever the opponent was, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that to me was a really good diss track, right? Um I'm forgetting which songs are which now because I've been listening to so many, of these songs and otherwise lately. But out of the ones I've reacted to lately, I think that uh Not Like Us and this one are my favorites, and I think this one takes the cake so far. The beat was really even the beat was aggressive, the beat was really fire, I was thinking halfway through the song, like, "Man, this would bang so hard in my car." So, that's awesome. I'm gonna bring up the lyrics here and, just have them on screen so we can go through them. So the first part, I did read the intro. I just wasn't sure what it was going to sound like. The intro does say everything they say about me is true. And then it says Euphoria. So we're going to go through this as best we can. Whoa, hello. We're going to go through this as best we can and try to break it up into the different sections. I think that I think it's pieced together very well. Like verse 1 and verse 2 are really long. And we're going to probably have to break them into like 4, 5, 6 sections each, to be completely honest. But we are going to try our best to not make this insanely long. So let's get to it.
Euphoria.
Everything they say about me is true. So, the reverse of the sample reads everything about me I say is true. The original audio is from the 1978 film The Wiz, a remake of 1939's The Wizard of Oz. The full line from the movie spoken by Richard Pryor as the wizard is everything they say about me is true. I'm a phony. Kendrick has used reverse audio in his music before. Let's see. While the audio here hides a veiled jab at Drake, calling him a phony, just like the character in the movie proclaims himself to be. Gotcha. All right, so let's get into that first verse. I think I'm gonna let the whole thing
Them
play.
superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor
Like
we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling.
the
You're
song
moving just
itself
like a
is just it's
degenerate.
really good.
Every
I
antic
think
is
that,
feeling distasteful.
and I say about not like us in this song because I think that again the the lyrical cadence and stuff like that, and just maybe it was Meet the Grams where I felt like the rap was just like there was a beat and it was just like kind of the words just kind of didn't really connect to the beat for me. But in this one, everything flows really well. The production of the song itself, even though it's a diss track, the production of the song itself was clearly taken highly into account. And they did a great job. Sorry, they did a great job with it, choking on air or dust or something. All right, let's go.
Why calculate you not as calculated? I can even predict your angle. Fabricating stories on the family front, cause you heard Mr. Morale. A pathetic master manipulator, I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been your
That's
collection. I
hilarious.
make music that electrify 'em.
You
You
make
make
music
music
that
that pacify
pacify 'em.
'em.
I
I
can
can
double
double
down.
down on red lines, spade this time.
You
It's
know,
random acts of kindness. Know you're a
it just
master
flows, man.
manipulator and habitual liar too. But don't tell no lie about me,
I
and
won't
I
tell
won't tell
much
truths
about
about
you.
you.
Yeah, I really like how they switch up the beat here. So let's get into these lyrics. I honestly like the song. I can literally just say that because obviously I'm like singing the lyrics already. You know what I mean? It just kind of I knew that beat the first time through. I really liked it, and these lyrics just really, you know, I feel like he took. I mean, the all the songs I guess released a couple days apart, but I want to say he took a bit more time on this one to, or put more a bit more work into the production. Again, I don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. I'm not saying that like none of his stuff sounds this good. I don't know. I'm just saying this song, based on what I've heard in the back and forth here, is really awesome. I honestly thought the same thing with that Drake song I just listened to. It was Family Matters. I thought the production was really good. Be completely honest. Good beat, good song. All right, let's go. Did he? Oh yes, the beat changed up. So them superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. Drake's supposed untouchable status has been in question since Kendrick Lamar's feature on Mark 20 on Like That, the first song. This particular bar may be referenced to a memorable Drake line from June 2016's "For Free" by DJ Khaled. Yeah, I go on and on. Can't understand how I last so long. I must have the superpowers. So the line is once again, the superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. Next, the famous actor we knew is the famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid, and is now spiraling. This, and I was gonna. That's funny because I was thinking before the song started how I wanted to, because I said yesterday that I don't really like how there's like so much of the bringing the family into it and bringing other people into it and bringing like, I understand there's this, from I guess Kendrick's perspective and some people's perspective, there's this appropriation of black culture, or perhaps more specifically, Black American culture by Drake. But some of the skin culture, or sorry, some of the skin related jabs back and forth have just literally been about, like you're like from Kendrick Lamar to Drake, it's like you're not black enough, and just it's weird for me because I mean like my skin color, like duh, like it's just eh, I don't know how to, you know? I'm just like, okay. So it's just like, is this just like, I, I can't imagine this is solely a Drake thing. Like this I feel like this is just a mindset thing. And I'm just like, so I start to think, well, is this commonplace between darker skinned black people and lighter skinned black people? Like, we're any friggin' like it's just like who cares? I honestly I don't get that, right? And I said that last reaction. So um I don't really like to go into that one too much. But in this song, I was hoping to get more of them making fun of each other, and I really think it's hilarious that he brought up a reference to the TV show up here at Degrassi, The Next Generation. I know of the show, I never watched it. but it's just kind of hilarious. So the famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and is now spiraling. That's pretty self-explanatory. He played an actor on the show. Next line: "You're just moving, just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful." Drake has spent the last several weeks on Twitter preemptively celebrating and trolling Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is also taking personal shots at Drake for a host of recent controversies. "I calculate you're not as calculated. I can even predict your angle." That's pretty explanatory. Like he knows in the context in the Genius lyrics, they actually included like parallel lines and showed like the radius in the corner. Ridiculous. Anyways, he's just saying that Drake's predictable. You know what I mean? Like I got you red, which again, like I really like these lines because they work with the song and the song ends up hitting so hard, especially when they switch to like I guess Genius lyrics is calling the part we just listened to part one, and then when the beat switches up here, it's calling that part two. So whatever, I'm just gonna call this the intro. And when it actually gets into the song, like man, this is good. This is quality. I really like this one, and I'm like I'm kind of surprised because the other ones I've been a little bit frustrated with them just feeling I don't know forced for the sake of just saying hateful words to to the other one, and I'm like okay. So I like this one. Fabricating stories on the family front because you heard Mr. Morale. That's his previous album that came out in his fifth studio album, Kendrick Lamar's fifth studio album that came out in May 2022. I'm reading this off the screen right now. Kendrick also seems to be utilizing double entendre where he can sense the tales, as in stories, or tales like a cast tale or something, as in shorthand for women that Drake has been sleeping with. Oh, that's for the next line. A pathetic master manipulator, I can smell the tails on you now. You're not a rap artist, you a scam artist with the hopes of being accepted. Again, that's pretty self-explanatory based on the songs that we've listened to thus far, because I decided to do this backwards because I don't ask. But that's pretty self-explanatory. You know, again, it kind of touches on the later in the song, he says it with like how many black features. I think that's in the song, right? How many black features do you need to feel accepted or whatever? Um, so that line's pretty explanatory. I'm not sure I need to read the extra annotation for it. Um, Tommy Hilfiger stood out, but FUBU never had been in your collection. I just think that line is really funny. I had a piece of FUBU clothing when I was a kid. Anyway, there were rumors in the 1990s and 2000s that Tommy Hilfiger was racist and didn't approve of the hip hop industry embracing his brand. This led to many hip hop artists abandoning Hilfiger in favor of other brands like FUBU, For Us, By Us, a company specifically owned and produced by black designers, hence the moniker. Um, Kendrick alleges that Drake has never been a part of the us, but rather embodies mainstream. In other words, Drake's an imposter looking for acceptance from the hip hop community. So again, like, you know, making fun of the whole your Tommy Hilfiger, you know, we're FUBU. I can make music that electrify him, you make music that pacify him. I can double down on that line, but spare you this time. That's random acts of kindness. I mean, you know, my music's hot, your music's boring, basically. Know you a master manipulator and habitual liar too, but don't tell no lie about me, and I won't tell truths about you. Very cool. I just think that's a really, you know, I just think like there's beauty in a certain sense of simplicity, but it's still very complex at the same time. Like I don't know, I just think this line kind of hits that balance very well. So, in referring back to these lines, Lamar implies that the lies told about him on April 2024's push-ups. Again, we're gonna get back to that one soon. I don't know if it's the next song. It's one of the next ones. And tailor-made freestyle um, have provoked him to reveal damning truths about Drake. Many speculated that some lines in the Heart Part 4 were aimed at Drake or Big Sean. I'm not sure who that is. I can't. I'm sure I've seen him or sometime, but I don't know. This is likely confirmation that Drake was indeed the target. In retrospect, this diss foreshadowed what was to come. My fans can't wait for me to sun ya punk ass and crush ya whole little shit. I'm Big Pun, ya punk ass. You a scary little bitch tiptoeing around my name, brother. You lame. And when I get at you, homie, don't just tell me you was playing. Anyways, let's go into part two and let about let's see, one, two, three. Maybe we can do this in three sections, potentially four. Let's let the first kind of section of this play.
Shoo! 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 Beep, 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 beep.
I'm
Yeah, I'm out the
like, what are
way,
you,
yeah,
what are
I'm
you
low,
doing?
okay. Yeah, the island right here is remote, okay. I ain't thinking about no reaper. Nigga, I'm reaping what I sow, okay. Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house, like I'm Joe, okay. Hellcat, met his homeboys in them types LA solo, okay. Everybody wanna be demon till they get chipped by your throwaway. And I might do a show a day. Once a lame, always a lame. Oh, you thought the money, the power of fame will make you go away? Have you ever played? Have you ever? Okay, nigga, let's play. Have you ever watch your enemy down like with a poker face? Have you ever paid 500,000 like to an open case? Well, I have, and I failed at both, but I came out straight. I hate when I rap or talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns, then I hop online like pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. His daddy a killer, he wanna be junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I park your son.
Okay. Let's let that be part one, I think. Actually, let's go on to the end of this section. Sorry.
The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes. Somebody had told me that you got a ring. On God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nickel make Pac turn in his grave.
Why we hating on Canadians, bruh? Why you gotta make it about Canadians? Why not just anybody? Who's hating on Pac? Bro, don't make this about Canadians. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So, line one. Yeah, I'm out the way. Yeah, I'm low. Okay. Kendrick openly admits that he's out in the mainstream and prefers to lay low. Yeah, the island right here is remote. Okay. He refers not only to his history of living in a more private life with selective public appearances, but also that he is competitively on an island of his own, with the sea of other rappers not even close to Kendrick's skill level. I ain't thinking about a Reaper, brother. I'm reaping what I sow. Okay, this phase of the feud between Kendrick and Drake and J. Cole, the so-called Big Three, was initiated following Kendrick's featured verse on future Metro Boomin's "Like That." In this sense, Kendrick sowed the proverbial seed and now is attempting to reap the benefits. However, it is also like that Kendrick is simply referring to the hard work he's put in over the years to rise to the top of the rap game, generating an impressive amount of money. The Grim Reaper, yeah, we know what the Grim Reaper is. Thanks, genius. Um, Got a Benjamin and a Jackson all in my house like I'm Joe, okay? Talking about Michael Jackson and Michael Jackson's dad, Joe Jackson. I believe he is. Yes. Comparing himself to Prince. Blah, 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 interestingly, Ben is the title of an August 1972 song about a pet rat written for the film of the same name and performed by Michael Jackson, who also had a pet rat as a child, while Joe Jackson is the name of MJ's father. This can imply that Kendrick is sonning Drake or that there was a rat in Kendrick's present. Um, Hellcat made his homeboys uh, and them type sell they soul, okay? He's using a unique entendre with numerous meanings in this line. So says the annotation. First, this is a direct reference to the last few lines of Push Ups where Jake raps, "This ain't even everything I know. Don't wake the demon up." The immediate meaning is that everyone wants to be a badass until they get killed with a throwaway, referring to a cheap gun that is meant to be thrown away after committing a crime. To be chipped means killed. K Dot also uses chip in his incredible triple X on damn. Okay, I don't know why that part was important, but yeah, he's just saying like don't taunt me basically. And I might do a show one day, once a lame, always a lame. And I might do a show a day, once a lame, always lame. Drake garnered much of his early fame starring in the teen drama Degrassi. The Toronto rapper plays the recurring character Jimmy. So Kendrick may be referencing this character calling Drake a lame, which is also an informal medical term to describe one's inability to use their legs. Huh. Informal medical term. Really? I don't know where that. Okay, is that just slang? Really? Hmm. Sus. Oh, you thought of the money, the power, or the fame would make you go away. Um, this is a reference to the previous line utilized by Kendrick during his featured verse on Like That. DOT, the money, power, respect, the last one is better. Here, however, respect is replaced by fame. Um, perhaps suggesting that Drake lacks respect in the industry and has confused it with his notoriety. Have you ever played Have You Ever? Okay, brother, let's play. He goes on to tempt Drake with a metaphorical game of Have You Ever, sometimes called Never Have I Ever, in which contestant, yeah. So it's a general taunt regarding previous allegations that Drake groomed teenage girls. Have you ever walked your enemy down like with a poker face? In the second verse of Drake's since deleted diss track, Taylor Made Freestyle. Oh, can I not listen to this one then? He takes shots at Kendrick's street credibility using AI generated Snoop Dogg. No, I gotta hear this. It's gotta be. It's somewhere, right? Like obviously, it's gotta be. Drake mocks Kendrick. It's gotta be. Do you tell me like like are they actively hunting like everybody's uploads for like copyright? Bro, listen. I gotta be able to finish the story. Um, Drake mocks Kendrick by suggesting that he has never been to jail and has never shot or stabbed anyone. Kendrick seemingly responds to these claims by asking Drake if he has ever walked his enemy down. Interestingly, this part coincides with a district lowering on Kendrick's vocal register. Playing on the word down. In slang terms, walking someone down may refer to a shootout between two people where the aggressor progresses on the other shooter without fear of being gunned down. Um, through his Throughout his discography, Kendrick sheds a light on his upbringing and regrets of his criminal past. He even alludes to committing murder. Most notably on October 2012's Mad City. If I told you I killed a brother at 16, would you believe me? Wild. Have you ever paid 500,000 to an open case? I kind of picked this up. I feel like I picked this up in relation to paying for drugs or something like that. Um, But let's see. It's not clear what Kendrick's talking about here. So says the annotation. Although the current best guess is that this was about a lawsuit that was filed against Lamar by the producer Terrence Hayes. The lawsuit was regarding copyright infringement, claiming that his 2017 song "Loyalty" was a stolen song that Terrence Hayes had recorded in 2011. Terrence was quoted to say that they copied the entire composition, including title, melody, harmony, and rhythm. And then, out of nowhere, he decided to drop the lawsuit with no further explanation and no mention of a financial settlement. It is then believed that there was, in fact, a settlement behind the scenes, and in this line, he would be hinting at the true sum. This could also have double meaning. While it seems like Kendrick implies that he was the one that had experienced the previous lines, evident by the "Well, I have" in the following line. Um, "Well, I have" is coming up next, yeah. But he could also have been hinting at Drake's own legal trouble, in which he was accused of sexual assault by the Instagram model Laquana Morris. He paid her 350K uh, New Zealand dollars, 532K, as if we're just gonna pick a random currency that ends up being around 500K as settlement. After 616 in LA's release, mentioning Cash Doll, this line could refer to the jewelry open case that was stolen from her, worth $500,000. I'm not sure how that would refer because what does that have to do with him paying for it? Anyways, he says, "Well, I have and failed at both, but I came out straight." In this part of the song, he engages in the previously mentioned "Have You Ever" game with Drake. He asserts that he has experienced both scenarios described in the preceding lines, maintaining a poker face while confronting an adversary and spending $500,000 on a lawyer for an ongoing case. He continues to reveal that he was unsuccessful in both endeavors, which can imply that he failed to confront his adversary effectively, and that he either lost the legal case or was unable to afford lawyers' fees, for whatever. Despite the setbacks, he came out straight, suggesting that regardless of the challenges, the outcomes were ultimately favorable to him. The verse may also be interpreted metaphorically, signifying not just a monetary exchange, but also the broader themes of surmounting obstacles, accepting consequences, or enduring sacrifices. Right. The term open case refers to a legal matter that is, yes, we got it. I hate when a rapper talk about guns, then somebody die, they turn into nuns. Then hop online, like pray for my city. He faking for likes and digital hugs. As part of the larger critique of Drake's rap persona across the track in these bars, Kendrick takes specific issues with the apparent hypocrisy in Drake both condemning gun violence yet capitalizing off perpetuating it in his lyrics. Drake appeared in a Canadian gun violence and homicide awareness campaign in 2019 titled Remember Me Toronto. One recent example of Drake rapping about guns, which may have prompted these lines, appeared on the diss track Push Ups, like your label boy, you in a scope right now. These lines also called back to similar ones from Rich Spirit on Kendrick's Mr. Morale record, where he offers a broader critique of virtue signaling. I pray to God you actually pray when somebody dies. Thoughts and prayers, way better off timelines. Both lines call attention to the desire to capitalize on tragic events for personal gain in hypocritical ways. Behavior that attempts to cultivate an image of empathy that is ultimately insecure. Yes, 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 yes. This is a very long. There's just very long ways to explain simple things. Where were we? His daddy a killer. He wanna be junior. They must have forgot the shit that they done. Um, his daddy a killer. Kendrick refers to Birdman as Drake's daddy, as he was signed to him under Cash Money Records. He also calls Drake out for wanting to portray himself as a gangster and wanting to be Junior, aka Lil Wayne. Oh, well, what Drake is signed to was signed? Yeah, I don't know where he's signed out right now, but okay. Got you. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I'll park his son. Where are we in the lyrics? Oh, okay. I know where we are. I know where we are. I'll park his son. Um, got it. He's basically saying he'll make Drake sit down. Dementia must run in his family, but let it get shaky. I'll park his son. Are we? Is this the play on Parkinson's? Yeah, it is. Um, Kendrick gets neurological with his wordplay. Neurological. Dementia is an impairment. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Furthermore, the idea of a neurological impairment, Kendrick plays on the word Parkinson's, which, uncontrollable tremors. Kendrick drives that we can let things get volatile. He'll take care of business by putting Drake in check. Yes. The very first time I shot me a Drake, I guess is the type of gun. Kendrick's referring to a Draco pistol, pronouncing it to sound like Drake as he's firing shots at him, and will have to aim downwards as Drake is below him. Got it. The homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough. Today, I'll show you I learned from those mistakes. Gotcha. Somebody had told me that you got a ring on God. I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian brother make Pac turn in his grave. Um, in 2023, Drake purchased Tupac's custom di- he purchased Tupac's custom diamond and ruby ring via auction for one just over $1 million US. Kendrick would be willing to pay twice that amount just to keep Drake from sullying Pac's legacy. Yeah, why does Drake have that? That's so weird. That's so weird. That's so weird. That's so weird. There's a picture of him sitting there with it, just being like, I have the ring. That's so weird. The one ring to rule them all. Yeah, it's so weird. I don't know. According to this, Drake's second diss track aimed at Kendrick, April 2024's tailor-made freestyle. Drake's team of producers used artificial intelligence modulators to emulate verses by both Tupac and Snoop. Yes, taunting Kendrick in an attempt to goad him into an early reply to push-ups. Drake's initial diss, which officially released to stream platforms on April 19th, following leaks which occurred on April 13th. The use of Pac's voice from Beyond the Grave is especially bothersome to Kendrick. It's bothersome to me, as the late rapper has consistently been cited one of his biggest idols and inspirations from musical and social justice standpoints. Kendrick's reverence for Pac was explicitly illustrated on his 2015 track "Mortal Man," where he simulated a conversation between the two about issues facing Black America by repurposing a previously unreleased '94 interview. Tailor-made freestyle was immediately embroiled in a controversy as Pac's estate responded quickly with a litigation threat. Not only is the record, this is apparently a quote by, I guess, the Tupac estate. Not only is the record a flagrant violation of Tupac's publicity and the estate's legal rights, it is also a blatant abuse of the legacy of one of the greatest hip hop artists of all time. I think it's pretty disrespectful myself. Anyways, going on, the estate would never have given its approval for this use. The unauthorized, equally dismaying use of Tupac's voice against Kendrick Lamar, a good friend to the estate, who has given nothing but respect to Tupac and his legacy publicly and privately, compounds the insult. Um, I don't really think the state needed to add the part about Kendrick Lamar. I mean, if they don't want it, if they don't want the stuff to be used, that should just be it. But whatever, that's apparently what they said. 2 days after the statement from Pac's estate, Drake deleted the song from social media. It is worth noting that Kendrick seemingly pronounces Canadian similar to comedian. Does he? Perhaps painting Drizzy as a joker for his unserious take on the rap game. I think that's a stretch. Does he? Let's just go back like 5 seconds.
God, I'm ready to double the wage. I'd rather do that than let a Canadian nigga make Pac turn in his grave.
I guess. A Canadian comedian. That's just weird. Okay. Okay. Anyways, let's go into the second part of this verse because it's just the longest thing ever. And yeah.
Cut the business, you got shit twisted. What is it, the braids? I hurt your feelings, you don't work with me no more. Okay. There's three ghosts left, and I see two of them kissing and hugging on stage. I love them to death, and in 8 bars I'll explain that phrase. It's nothing nobody can tell me. I don't wanna talk on no celly. You know I got language barriers. It's no accent you can sell me. You're Cole and Ivory know I'm a selfish nigga. The crown is heavy. I pray they my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. Yeah, fuck all that pushing P. Let me see you push a T. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. He's Terrence Thornton, I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. We ain't gotta get personal, this a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. Now let me say I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. I hate the way that you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct. We hate the bitches you fuck, cause they confuse themselves with real women. Then notice I said we, it's not just me. I'm what the culture feeling.
Okay. I almost let it go to the end, but I'm gonna stop there because I got ahead of myself. um, culture feeling. Okay, that's our last line there. Cutthroat business. You got shit twisted. So I'm not gonna read every single thing because this video is gonna be forever. We still have a giant verse two to get into, and like so. There are certain lines if I have questions about context, I will dig into them, but we're gonna try to go through this a little quicker. So what is it? The braids. I hurt your feelings. You don't want to work with me no more. Okay. I know they had some songs before together. It's Three Goats Left, referencing the three, including J. Cole, who previously was in the whole thing with his track 7 Minute Drill, I think it's called, which I would like to listen to because honestly, as far as cadence and flow and just rap style, I prefer J. Cole out of these three. Hate me, whatever. Um, it's Three Goats Left, and I see two of them kissing and hugging on stage. I guess that is referencing J. Cole and Drake. Um, I love him to death in 8 bars. I'll explain that phrase, huh? It's nothing nobody can tell me, huh? I don't want to talk on no celly, huh? He doesn't want to communicate. He's like, I got language barriers, huh? Language barriers. I'm interested in that one. He suggests a language barrier exists between himself and Drake, contrasting their lyrical abilities and prowess. Kendrick later goes on to imitate the Canadian accent, specifically Drake's hometown of Toronto, adding another meaning to the language barrier. Celly is slang for cellmate. Kendrick saying he doesn't want to rat on his celly or his confidant, someone he has worked with in the past. This line sets up, I guess he's talking about the supposed rat that is working, in OVO or whatever. Um, yes. There's no accent you can sell me. Again, I think he's many see Drake as an accent chameleon, so he just like absorbs whatever um accent or wherever he's staying. Uh, so many see Drake as an accent chameleon. He has been accused of using a variety of accents to appeal to different crowds. These accusations have helped to reinforce the culture vulture narrative. Um, it's worth considering, however, that Drake's home city, Toronto, is famous for its unique multi ethnolect known as the Toronto accent or Toronto slang, recognized as the most culturally diverse city in the world. Toronto developed this dialect during the late 1990s, early 2000s, which combines phonology and vocabulary from a variety of ethnic backgrounds, namely Jamaican, Patois, Somali, and Arabic. No. Listen, I am Jamaican. You hear my voice? The Toronto slang is some fucking moron, okay? One day who decided to imitate, and I don't care what culture they came from, just some absolute fucking goofball decided one day to imitate, the Jamaican accent and turn it into some slosh of bullshit, okay, that every other fucking moronic kid in Toronto decided to absorb and turn it into what is the Toronto slang. Listen, everybody that lives in Ontario that doesn't live in Toronto, and everybody who's normal in Toronto looks at all those Toronto slang people like they're a special breed of absolutely stupid. Okay? We do not condone this absolute idiocy. I don't want to hear nothing about Toronto slang. The Toronto slang is unique to a subset of absolute inbreds in Toronto that nobody, we don't claim them, okay? We don't claim them. Not at all. Absolutely not. I lived in Toronto at one point. No person I ever interacted with, and it wasn't early 2000s. I guess it was when I was in college, 2007, 2008. But um, this whole thing about it saying late 1990s to early 2000s, no. I'm gonna say like mid 2000s, 2010 forward. Like it wasn't a thing when I lived there. It wasn't a thing. Nobody talked like nobody. I lived there for years. Nobody talked like that. Absolute nonsense. All right. Next line. Yeah, Cole and Aubrey know I'm a selfish brother. The crown is heavy, huh? I pray they're my real friends. If not, I'm YNW Melly. So I know YNW Melly is something about being in jail. I don't know about his case. I literally just know because it's popped up on social media and I'm a heavy social media user, right? In 2019, YNW Melly was charged with double murder of two fellow rappers closely affiliated with his music collective, Young Brother World. Kendrick implies that he's capable of the same if he believes his contemporaries, namely Drake and J. Cole, are untrustworthy. Although it's important to note that Melly's case was ultimately deemed a mistrial in July 2023. Uh, Whatever. I'm not too interested in that trial. I just think that it's wild that for some reason, I don't know if at this point J. Cole's song was still out, but this is like 4 songs into the beef between Drake and Kendrick, and I'm just never gonna think it's a cool diss or it's a good diss or it's a thought provoking diss that I can you know I can shooty bang you better than you can shooty bang me like whatever, bro. It's I don't know. That's not I understand like the idea of like people thinking that's hard, but I'm like those things will obviously unalive anybody. It doesn't matter who pulls the trigger. Like if they're dangerous, don't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's not a show of prowess to me. That I just it's kind of really lame. Really lame. I think that's really lame. Um, I don't like you popping shit at Pharrell. For him, I inherit the beef. So on Travis Scott's July 2023 track "Meltdown," Drake sent shots at Pharrell Williams on his verse in his verse on the song. Man, fuck all that spinning the narrative shit. I melt down the chains that I bought from your boss. Give a fuck about all that heritage shit. Since V not around, the members done hung up the Louis. They not even wearing that shit. Don't come to the boy about repairing some shit. Don't come to the boy about sparing some shit. Just 4 months after Pharrell was made the men's creative director for Louis Vuitton, replacing the previous director, the late Virgil Abloh, Drake makes it seem as though the company has become antiquated and unpopular. He also notes that he scrapped a chain designed by Skateboard P fans. Designed by Skateboard P fans? Fans noted that Drake sported a chain made by Pharrell in the official music video for his November 2022 track Jumbotron Shit Poppin'. I feel like I'm losing brain cells with these song names. I'm not. It's really hard for me to be like, yeah, this is good hip hop. You got songs called Jumbotron Shit Poppin', Drake. Who's the target audience? What is this? Probably I don't listen to a lot of rap nowadays, to be completely honest. If it was indeed melted down, it would be extremely disrespectful to Pharrell that Drake destroyed one of his pieces of art. Disrespectful regardless. So Kendrick goes on to say, "Yeah, fuck all that Pusha T. Let me see you fuck all that Push and P. Let me see Pusha T. Kendrick first infamous beef between Pusha T and Drake. After years of subliminal jabs and an actual diss track in May 2018's Duppy Freestyle by Drake, Pusha would respond to the track 4 days later with the story of Adidon, where he famously exposed Drake for having a child with a porn star. We're hiding a child. Let that boy come home. A deadbeat motherfucker playing Border Patrol. Ooh, Adonis is your son and deserves more than an Adidas press run. That's real. Love that baby. Respect that girl. Forget she's a porn star. Let her be your world. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. Um, do I need to read more of that previous line? No, I'm good. You better off spinning again on him. You think about pushing me. So pushing P is a phrase popularized by Gunna from his song of the same name. Drake used the phrase himself on Rich Flex, where he rapped, "I'm steady pushing P. You niggas pushing PTSD. You brothers, yeah." P is also a nickname that Pharrell uses. Considering the previous line, this is likely a double entendre. Lamar tells Drake to stop pushing or dissing Pharrell and take on an actual rapper. The hate on Pharrell is weird. I don't understand that one from Drake to Pharrell. I don't get it. I literally don't understand that one. Okay, huh? He's Terrence Thornton. I'm Terrence Crawford. Yeah, I'm whooping feet. Kendrick refers back to the power lines mentioning Pusha T, real name, Terrence Thornton, continuing to mention that the fact that Drake got beat by Pusha T during the rap beat. Um, Terrence Crawford is a professionally undisputed and undefeated boxer. Kendrick is comparing himself to Pusha, stating that Pusha is a tough challenge, but he is tougher. Whooping feet is an LA slang for beating someone up so bad they end up out of their shoes. Well, whooping feet. Okay. It should be noted that Terrence Crawford is undefeated in his boxing career, but doesn't fight too frequently, similar to how Kendrick doesn't frequently drop music. We ain't gotta get personal. This is a friendly fade. You should have kept it that way. I know some shit about brothers that make Gunna Wanna look like a saint. Gunna Wanna. What a name. It's hilarious. Kendrick is advising Drake to keep things cordial and in the spirit of friendly competition. Both of their sub labels ultimately are distributed by UMG. All music is distributed by UMG. All of it. Just get copyrighted content claimed left, right, and center, bro. Like, half of YouTube is owned by UMG. Just whatever. UMG this, UMG that. Everybody's owned by UMG. It's just whatever. This line showcases a multi-layered wordplay on Philly Fade, a term with multiple meanings. Firstly, it alludes to Drake's past rap beef with Meek Mill. Who who has this dude not had a rap beef with? What the hell is going on? Suggesting that Kendrick is taking Drake out in a similar fashion. Secondly, Philly Fade is a popular haircut style in the Philadelphia area, implying that Kendrick is metaphorically cutting Drake's hair, shaping up, and removing the excess. Lastly, the term is also connotation of violence, specifically jumping someone, indicating a quick and possible friendly altercation. I don't know. At what part was this friendly and cordial when he literally said in the previous verse or the previous section or whatever something about I hate the way you walk, I hate the way you talk, I hate the way you dress, I hate the way you breathe air. Like, yeah, friendly and cordial, sure, that makes sense to me. Um, I know some shit about brothers that make Gonna Wanna look like a saint, so I'm gonna I guess learn something about Gonna Wanna if this thing will load. This ain't been about critics, not about gimmicks, not about who's the greatest. It's always been about love and hate. And let me say that I'm the biggest hater. Oh, maybe this is the part. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. That doesn't need any extra context. That is pretty straightforward. I'm gonna refresh this page and see if we can get those lyrics to load. Gonna wanna look like a saint. Gonna wanna is one of Gunna's many nicknames. I have no idea who that is. Kendrick uses Gunna's reputation as a snitch in the YSL RICO case to imply that Drake has snitched in the past. Okay. Gunna responded to this bar shortly after this diss uh, dropped on X, formerly, you mean Twitter, replying, "Man, wasam." What does that mean? That's not a word. That's man, wasam. Wasam. What does that mean? WASAM. WASSAM. What does that mean? At what level of Ebonics do I have to level up to understand what he's saying? I don't understand what he's saying. I don't understand what that means. What's okay. This ain't been about critics, not about who's the greatest. Yes, yes. Okay. So, where did we? I hate the way you sneak diss. Um, I think I'm almost at where I was in the song. I hate the way you sneak diss. If I catch flight, it's gonna be direct, meaning that like I'm coming straight at you. We hate the bitches you fuck because they confuse themselves with real women. Again, just taking a jab at Drake's lifestyle. Um, let's let this part finish up and this verse finish up. We'll get to the next one.
How many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? How many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough? I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like.
Hold on. I'm so sorry. We got to go back a couple seconds because I didn't read the one line. And notice I said, we, it's not just me. I'm what the culture feeling. So, you know, there's this whole idea of like 20 versus 1 Drake and a lot of rappers don't like him and Kendrick's just saying like it's more than me that doesn't like you. So like get the hint pretty much.
Many more black features till you finally feel that you're black enough. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. You gon' make a nigga bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. Yeah, my first one like my last one. It's a classic, you don't have one. Let your core audience stomach that. Didn't tell them where you get your abs from. V12, it's a fast one. Bow, bow, bow. Last one. Headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. Remember?
Okay. I'm like, are we hating Daft Punk now? What's sus? Huh? Kendrick. Um, how many more fairy tale stories about your life till we had enough? Again, just implying that Drake's fake. How many more black features till you finally feel like you're black enough? Again, with the whole kind of skin color diss and um, him highlighting the whole appropriation. I guess I'm gonna call it. Um, I'm not really sure what to say on this one. The extra context says this lyric targets Drake's insecurities of his biraciality. His mother is white, his father's black. The Drake again, I'm like, it says it targets Drake's insecurities. I'm like, is this public knowledge that he has insecurities, or are we just going off what people are saying? Just rumor? Is this rumor? Like, I don't. Has he publicly gone out there and said, "I'm"? Because I wouldn't know because I don't follow the dude because I don't care what he does, right? But the Drake cosign is a frequently discussed phenomenon where Drake features on a relatively unknown artist track, catapulting them into superstardom. These artists are also usually black rappers with a rough upcoming in the streets. For example, Drake's features on Block Boy, JB's 2018 track Look Alive, and Migos' hit Versace. Drake is also called soft by figures in the rap scene, and as he stated in his 2015 song You and the Six, not black enough. I used to get teased for being black, and now I'm here and I'm not black enough. Kendrick claims Drake is only featuring on these black artist songs to fit in and relieve him of his prolonged insecurity and to fit in the predominantly black rap scene. If I was a rapper that was just trying to make it in the rap scene and I came up to this weird shit, I would just be like, "What the fuck? I'm trying to just make music. I don't give a fuck about your skin color. I'm trying to make music. This is what I'm here for. I literally am I the fucking weird one? Honestly, is this what people care about? Cuz like this is so pathetic. So pathetic. Or is it about the music or is it not about the music? I'm confused here. Are we making music or are we not making music? Anybody can use words, right? Does it matter? I'm confused. I'm confused. On both sides, right? Literally on both sides. Like I'm confused on both sides. Somebody explain this to me. Somebody make it make sense, please. I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he acts tough. Self-explanatory. You're gonna make a brother bring back Puff. Let me see if Chubbs really crashed something. It's kind of weird. Chubbs is Drake's longtime personal bodyguard turned friend, who he has rapped about in many of his songs throughout the years. Puff, short for Puff Daddy. Yeah, P Diddy. No Diddy, okay, no Diddy. Yeah, we don't. Horrell ain't messing with Diddy anymore. On December 8th, 2014, it was reported that Diddy had punched Drake in the face at DJ Khaled's birthday bash at Live Miami in 2014, in which Drake did not retaliate. Probably did happen. Oh, whatever. Yeah, my first one, like my last one, it's a classic. You don't have one. A direct response to Drake on push-ups. This line scheme started on Cole's 7-minute drill. Your first shit was classic. Your last shit was tragic. Your second shit put brothers to sleep, but they gassed it. Your third shit was massive, and that was your prime. Cole retracted these lines not even 48 hours after the song's release. Drake evidently didn't agree. Your last one bricked. You're really not on shit. Kendrick is responds by essentially calling all of Drake's discography mid. Also furthering Kendrick's assertion on like that Drake and J. Cole's best albums don't compare to his critically acclaimed catalog. Your best work is a light pack. Wonderful ways to explain things. Let your core audience stomach that and tell them where you got your abs from. In late 2015, Drake exhibited a significant body transformation in the span of 3 months, seen below. Great, now I have to look at that. With such a rapid transformation, rumors of Drake's penchant for plastic surgery arose. This seems to stem from Joe Budden and Drake's Joe Budden and Drake's 2016 feud, in which Joe Budden mentioned Drake visiting Dr. Miami, a popular celebrity plastic surgeon, and one of his 4 Drake diss tracks titled "Afraid." Yeah, Aubrey, that's the one we trusted, not this new Aubrey with his stomach sculpted. Ah, V V12. Where'd that line go? V12. It's a fast one. Bow, 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 bow. Um, I can't take this seriously anymore. Last one, headshot for the year. You better walk around like Daft Punk. I don't get the Daft Punk line. Daft Punk is a French duo. Blah blah blah. Yeah, yeah, I know who they are. Why are we making fun of them? Kendrick fires a threat at Drake, warning him to protect himself from gunfire for the foreseeable future. Hmm? Kendrick also references their 1997 track "Around the World" and its repetitive chorus, perhaps to suggest Drake flees the impending conflict. It's- eh, Yeah, I guess. Sure. I don't know. That line's kind of whatever. Verse 2. Let's break this up into one, two, three, four. What the hell? Why are they so long? Why are they so long? Bro, why are they so long? All right, let's go.
Top dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion my middle name as soon as you jump off of that plane, bitch. I'm allergic to the lame shit, only you like being famous. Yachty can't give you no swag neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hanging with. I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress. Surprised she wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. I even hate when you say the word nigga, but that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. Ain't even gotta be deep, I guess. Still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Keep making me dance, waving my hand, and it won't be no threat. I'm knowing they call you the boy, but where's the man? Cause I ain't seen him yet. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him? Bet. When I see you stand by sexy red, I believe you see 2 bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. You assigned to a nigga that signed to a nigga that said he was signed to that nigga.
Okay. We will put it there, and I think that'll give us the 3 sections that we want. Yeah, that's really good actually. Um, where are we? Verse 2. Okay, remember A, top dog, who the fuck they think they playing with. Extortion my middle name as soon as you jump off that plane, bitch. Saying that he will attack Drake right when he gets off the plane, or whatever, whatever. Top Dog, who the fuck they think they're playing with. Anthony Top Dog Tiffith is the founder and CEO of Top Dog Entertainment, to which Kendrick Lamar was originally signed throughout his rise to fame. Drake's initial 2024 diss track Push-Ups was centered around Kendrick's relationship with his former label and Top Dog himself, with Drake accusing the latter of taking 50% of Drake's earnings and extorting his career in the process. Extortion, baby, whole career. You've been shook up because Top told you. Drop and give me 50, like some push-ups, huh? Not only does Kendrick casual mention of Top imply that they're still on good terms, but he uses this to springboard a callback to another line from the first verse. I hate the way you sneak this. If I catch flight, it's going to be direct. So, it sounds like he's talking about a concept called checking in common in gang culture, where newcomers to a certain city must pay tribute to respective figures in the field before freely walking about. The fuck? While Drake claimed Kendrick was getting extorted here, Kendrick is claiming he's the one who's going to extort Drake the second he lands in LA or Compton. Gotcha. I'm allergic to the lamest shit. You like, um, only you like being famous. Um, okay. He's maybe referencing that Miss Morale and the Big Steppers was in essence an album about letting go of both the trauma and desire for external validation, like being famous. So he's saying that's basically lame, right? Yachty can't give you no swag, neither. I don't give a fuck about who you hang with. Little Yachty, I don't know anything about him. One of Drake's closest friends and fellow rapper Little Yachty, who was featured with Drake on Another Late Night, is notorious for his stand-out swag, style and swag. Um, Drake reminds me, Kendrick reminds Drake that no matter who he associates with, it doesn't make him any different than who he is, and doesn't give him any swag. Yachty has influenced Drake's style and his music, given that both Drake and Yachty are known to paint their fingernails, which is iconic towards the duo. Kendrick could also be alluding to Drake's line on push-ups, where Drake mentions not chipping a nail, which was considered a response to Push T's tweet during their beef. Um, so I guess Drake had said, "I just got him done, boy. Don't make me have to chip a nail." Uh, right, right. I hate the way that you walk, but you talk. He puts that line in there again. Surprised you wanted that feature request. You know that we got some shit to address. He reveals that Drake reached out for a feature, likely sometime before his appearance on Like That. This also sparks speculation that Kendrick was supposed to appear on Drake's 2023 single, First Person Shooter, as it features two members of the so-called Big Three, with J. Cole acknowledging the following: "Love it when they argue the hardest MC. Is it K Dot, is Aubrey, or me? Uh, we the Big Three, like we started a league." Kendrick finds it strange, considering he and Drake have been sneak dissing for the past 10 years, and they haven't resolved the disagreements they had with each other. While Kendrick mentions they have some shit to address, he isn't just talking about addressing the beef, but the entire history of what led up to it. This is a position both rappers agree on, and as Drake said on 2024's Push Ups, ain't that fucking song y'all got did not start the beef with, and that fucking song y'all got did not start the beef with us. This shit been brewing in a pot, and I'm heating it up. Cool. I even hate when you say the word brother, but that's just me, I guess. Some shit just cringeworthy. It ain't even got to be that deep, I guess. Self-explanatory. Um, yeah, there's a whole huge context here. I don't know why there needs to be a giant thing of context here. It just doesn't matter. Like it's a self-explanatory line. He doesn't like it when Drake says it. I don't like saying it. Period. You know what I mean? Um, like, still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Still love when you see success. Kendrick is happy when he sees Drake, a fellow rapper, achieving success, something Drizzy has obviously done on the countless occasions. He sees himself, he himself feels blessed to have the life he has and chooses to be humble rather than jealous that someone else is seeing similar numbers to him. Low. I don't know whose numbers are higher or who's made more money over the time. I really don't care. I do not care. I am not rooting for these guys to have. Listen, I'm just trying to survive out here, so I don't even care about these guys' amounts of money. Um, it's so weird. I'm like, this diss track is mega weird. Right, 4 lines before, I hate the way that you talk. Sorry, I hate the way that you walk, the way that you talk. I hate the way that you dress, and then still love when you see success. Everything with me is blessed. Is that just to call out like how like it's basically I'm more humble than you. I'm a better person than you. Like that's weird, man. I don't know. Are you guys fighting or are you guys not fighting? Keep making me dance, wave my hand, and it won't be no threat. Again, alluding to like, Drake's more pop friendly sound. I'm knowing they call you a boy, but where's the man? Because I ain't seen him yet. Pretty self explanatory, just belittling Drake with that line. Matter of fact, I ain't even bleed him yet. Can I bleed him yet? Bet. I I maybe I'm getting old. Honestly, I'm almost 40 years old now, and I just the whole bet slang, I've always thought that kind of sounds stupid. Um I get where it came from. I get how it like kind of started, right? Like to make a bet, like a wager, blah blah blah. But I think it just sounds dumb to me. Like if I ask somebody, "You want to do this?" and like bet, and I'm like, "Yes or fucking no." Like what? What are you saying to me? right? So I don't whatever, but I think the line itself works out super fucking hard. Like the line itself sounds sick when he says it. So I don't fucking know. Pick my battles, eh? When I see you stand by Sexy Red, I've read a couple articles about Sexy Red, and I really wish that I didn't have knowledge of who she was at all. But I do, unfortunately. So, anyways, when I see you stand by Sexy Red, I believe you see two bad bitches. I believe you don't like women. It's real competition. You might pop ass with them. Belittling Drake might have to do with maybe calling him a little bit effeminate, right? The painting nails, the braids, the blah blah blah. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. I think that's where we are right now.
Try cease and desist on I like that record. Oh, what? You ain't like that record?
We're just ahead of that. So let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. I'll make sure I double back with you. So let me just put this back like 5 seconds. Let's speak on percentage. Show me your splits. Kendrick responds to the following lines from push-ups. Pull your contract because we've got to see the split. The way you do in splits, bitch, your pants might rip. What? I, okay. Drake says that K Dog's pants might rip, referencing a 50% split of earnings that Kendrick supposedly had with Top Dog Entertainment. K Dog twists the scenario on Drake by asking him to reveal how much money he makes on his off his own IP, intellectual property, in the music business versus the label he signed to. K Dog also sets up upcoming bars about how much Drake. Yeah, the whole comparing money thing, I don't care. I don't even care. I don't even care. It's so lame. So lame. K Dog also, from both of them, so lame. He also sets up upcoming bars about how Drake was signed to a record label, Young Money, that was signed underneath multiple parent companies, so he was only receiving a portion of his profits, as Pusha T mentioned on Exodus 23 colon 1. Um, you were signed to a brother that signed to a brother that said he was signed to that brother. Is a direct response to Drake mentioning how Top Dog owned 50% of Drake's splits. Originally quoted by Ludacris in his track "Say It to My Face," but more notably, I love Ludacris. Okay, but more notably, referenced by Pusha T's diss track "Exodus 23:1" in 2012, where he mentions his record label deal. You signed to that one brother that signed to another brother that signed to three brothers. Now that's bad luck. To paraphrase, Drake is signed to Lil Wayne's Young Money imprint, which is under Birdman's Cash Money, which is under Universal Records. They have more money than I do. Try a cease and desist on the like that record. Oh, what? You ain't like that record? That's pretty fun. That's a pretty funny line. I just like the wordplay there. Back to back, I like that record. I'm gonna get back to that for the record. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on brothers? You think all my life is rap? That's ho shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. All self-explanatory lines. I really like the wordplay here. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on brothers? You think all my life is rap? So I want to just go into the annotation on that line, which we're gonna hear here in a second. Uh, Kendrick alleges Drake and OVO have been offering money for information on Kendrick to use in a diss, but he's basically saying in other songs too, they kind of reference this. We've read it before how Kendrick has like basically a clean slate and um, that he's not worried about anything being dug up on him because there's nothing to dig up. Pusha T also says you got to in a tweet on May 31st, 2018. I guess in the previous battle between them or whatever. You got 100K floating around for info. Count no amount of money, create skeletons that don't exist. So we did read that before. Where are we? This follows this follows on the previous line, as this is the exact same tactic Drake utilized to get dirt on Meek Mill. Kendrick says he likes the song, but it's ho shit behavior. Ho shit. It's ho shit behavior. Okay. So let's let the rest of this play, and then we will be. What? Sorry, we're in kind of like section 2 of the second verse, which is going into the end. But here we go.
Said he was signed to that nigga. Try cease and desist on I like that record. Oh, what?
You
You
like
ain't like
that
that
record?
record? Back to back, I like that record. I'ma get back to that for the record. Why would I call around trying to get dirt on niggas? Y'all thinking my life is rap? That's whole shit. I got a son to raise, but I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking them up, know nothing about that. Then tell
I don't know why he says it like this. No, not about that. Like, I don't know why he says it like this. He almost sounds like a valley girl, like a blonde valley girl. Like, I'm not sure if that's a jab at like Drake's character. No, nothing about that. That like it's just. I think that's just that part just cracks me right up.
them to pray. Know nothing about that. Then giving them tools to walk through life like day by day. Know nothing about that. Teaching them morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Speaking the
No,
truth and
not
consider
about
what
that.
God's considering. You don't know nothing about that. Ain't 20v1, it's 1v20 if I gotta smack niggas that right with you. Yeah, bring them out too, I clean them out too. Tell Bean that he better stay right with you. Am I battling ghosts or AI? Nigga feeling like Joel Osteen. Funny he was in a film called AI. And my sixth sense telling me to off him. I'm a blick.
Okay. How much more do we want to go? Okay, no, no, we'll leave it right there. Okay, so you know, oh what, you ain't like that record back to back. I like the record. I'm gonna get back to that for the record while I call it round trying to get dirt on brothers. Y'all think my life was rap. That's how shit. I got a son to raise. But I can see you don't know nothing about that. Waking him up. Know nothing about that. Tell him to pray. Know nothing about know nothing about that. Then giving him tools to walk through life like day by day. Know nothing about that. Teaching him morals, integrity, discipline. Listen, man, you don't know nothing about that. Just again, taking jabs at Drake's character, speaking the truth, and consider what God's considering. You know nothing about that. Ain't 20v1 like Drake has claimed. It's 1v20. If I got to smack brothers that right with you, claiming that Drake has ghostwriters. Yeah, bring him out too. I'll clean him out too. Tell Beam that he better stay right with you. So Beam, let's see who Beam is. Um, let's see. This is direct response to this line of Drake's push-ups. What the fuck is this? A 20v1, brother? The line was Drake acknowledging how lopsided this beef with Kendrick Lamar became as the decade-long conflict grew to involve Metro Boomin future ASAP Rocky, who has the worst name I've ever heard of in my life and is also a rip on ASAP Rock. No comment. And The Weeknd, all big names who took shots at Drake with Lamar on Future and Metro's 2024 "We Don't Trust You" duology. Shots also came from Rick Ross addressed later in the song. However, Kendrick insists that this is actually 1v20, but the other way around. Mocking Drake's pen game as and pedigree as an MC. Um, an MC. I would love to see these guys freestyle battle. I want to see who's really got it. Criticism of Drake using ghostwriters manifested in 2015 when a few reference tracks from a ghostwriter, Quentin Miller, recorded for Drake on songs like 10 Bands and his verse on Meek Mill's Rico were leaked by Funk Flex during an ongoing beef between Drake and Meek. It has been an ongoing criticism of him ever since. Kendrick previously criticized rappers who used ghostwriters in 2015's King Kunta. King Kunta? I can dig rapping, but a rapper with a ghostwriter? What the fuck happened? Oh no. Okay. Um. So what about the Beam line? Oh yeah, that's the next line. Beam is a multi-talented artist, producer, and songwriter within the music industry. He has collaborated with Beyonce, is a good friend of Justin Bieber, and notably, why is that important? I don't care who he's friends with. And notably has writing credits on. I'm like, isn't this about how he's a producer? What the fuck does Justin Bieber have to do? And notably has writing credits on Drake and 21 Savage's Rich Flex and major distribution from 2022's Her Loss. And the Miami artist has also helped write Migos Having Our Way from 2021, which also features Drake. Contingent with the previous line, Kendrick alleges Drake needs people like Beam to assist him in writing his tracks. This has been a long-standing criticism against the Toronto rapper ever since Meek Mill similarly called him out for it in 2016 during their beef. Right. Am I battling Ghost or AI? Brother feeling like Joel Olstein. Funny. He was in a film called AI, and my sixth sense telling me to off him. So I think this is right where we stopped. Um, okay. So, um, he did say brother feeling like Joel Hale Olstein. There was a word in the song, and it's not in the lyrics here, but it is in the context. So it says Kendrick responds to Drake's tailor-made freestyle on which he used AI to create verses from Tupac and Snoop Dogg. He mocks Drake's use of AI, going on to ask if he's battling either ghosts or robots. He's implying that rap battling Drake is either coming up against AI or his ghostwriters, not Drake himself. Kendrick then appears to rap Joel Hale, Austin, not Olstein, but sorry, Austin, likely because he is focusing on the rhyme scheming of Austin off him. Austin slash off him. However, he is actually referring to both Joel Austin and Haley Joel Osment. What? This may be deliberate, confusing Joel Austin and Haley Joel Osment to play on the idea that he does not know who he is battling. Joel Austin is a famous pastor from Houston, Texas, Joel has famously been impersonated multiple times, including by AI, and he has also been accused. And he has also been accused of using a ghostwriter. For what? He's a pastor. What? Ghostwriter for what? What's a pastor ghostwriting? That's such a weird. Haley Joel Osment is an American actor who starred in the 2001 film AI and 1999's The Sixth Sense. In the latter film, the Osment character famously noted that he could see dead people. So, like Osment's character, Kendrick is battling ghosts. Gotcha. Last part.
Niggas all in their coughing. Yeah, OVO niggas is dick riders. Tell them run to America to imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. What I learned is niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a nigga off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Don't speak on the family, Crody. It can get deep in the family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody. I be at New Hall King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy, Crody. Tell me your cheesing farm. We can do this right now on the camera, Crody. Hey, fuck y'all niggas, I don't trust y'all niggas. I wave one finger and thump y'all niggas like, field goal punt y'all niggas, they punk y'all niggas. Nobody never took my food. Whoever that's fucking with them, fuck you niggas, and fuck the industry too. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. Psst, that's something you don't wanna do. Ooh. We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more.
Ooh.
We don't wanna hear you say nigga no more. Stop.
All right. That is it. So I'm a Blick brothers all in the coffin. I'm gonna shoot them up till they're in the coffin. That's Blick is East Coast slang for either guns or murdering. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, OV Ho Brothers is Dick Riders. Again, making fun of the whole OVO company or whatever, Drake's whole thing. Tell them run to America. They imitate heritage. They can't imitate this violence. Uh, it's um okay. It's saying that Kendrick references push-ups where Drake claims the Weeknd's crew ran away from Canada and the OVO crew. Here he states the OVO crew should run to America to better imitate the culture of American gang violence. The lyric plays on the stereotype of Canadians being soft, claiming that a Canadian referencing gang violence would be baseless due to the lack of violence. So, right. Uh, there's no saying this any other way. Gun violence is the lamest shit. Gang violence is also the lamest thing ever. Violence. There's I. It's just a waste of energy. It's a waste of energy. I don't understand why people can't just be normal and go have fun and do normal things. I really don't get it. I literally don't get it. I will never understand it. I don't want to be anywhere near it. It's not a cool flex to me. It's just they can't imitate this violence because who the fuck wants to? And I understand people want to, which is the lamest shit to me. I don't what the fuck. It's just lame as fuck. Stop killing people. How the fucking hard is that? Like what? And I don't understand. I don't understand. What I learned is brothers don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. And then, like, and you know what? I just want to say, like, some people be like, it's just lyrics. Yeah, I'm sure it is until it's not lyrics, and then just like every time, it ends up being gun violence, right? Like, it's just dumb. Same thing every time. Whatever. What I learned is brothers don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. I'll push the line with it. Pick a brother off one at a time with it. We can be on a 3-hour time difference. Kendrick appears to mimic Drake's flow and rhyme, scheming on 2013 song Too Much. I'm quiet with it. I just ride with it. Moment. I stop having fun with it. I'll be done with it. Kendrick calls back to his 2013 culture shocking verse on Control that first damaged his relationship with Drake. One at a time, I'll line them up. Los Angeles, CA is Pacific Standard Time, while Toronto is Eastern. The two cities are 3 hours apart year round, regardless of daylight savings. Kendrick goes on to mock Drake for being Canadian over the several next bars. Yeah, the fuck making fun of someone because they're Canadian or where they live is also fucking really lame. Really lame. I don't understand that one either. His response to Drake mentioning Whitney Alford, blah blah blah. Drake uses the slang term "crody." His use of the slang term "crody" has numerous layers. The term is a crip der- derivation, derivation, what of the term Brody, popularized by Toronto rapper Pressa. It has reportedly been used widely in Drake's hometown of Toronto, and he has used it on numerous songs, including 2019's "War," 2023's "Calling for You." However, he used it most frequently and notably on the 2022 track "Circo Loco," which heavily samples and interpolates Daft Punk, the group that Kendrick mentioned by name earlier on this track. Kendrick also used the term six times. Drake calls Toronto the Six. Kendrick grew up in Compton, the city where the Crips were founded and are strongest. His use of the word is perhaps an attempt to reclaim it. Given how the Crips and gang culture has impacted his life more than Drake's, whose usage of the term could be construed as disrespectful, disingenuous, or some something he's often accused of cultural appropriation. Drake also named his cat Crody, and given a colloquial term for cat is pussycat. Kendrick is using Crody's name as a substitute for the insult pussy. Don't speak on the family. It can get deep in the family. Talk about me and my family. Is someone going to bleed in your family? Violence is dumb. I be at New Ho King eating fried rice with a dip sauce and a blammy. Yeah, just saying he's going to be at some restaurant in Toronto there, eating fried rice with sauce and a gun. Again, it's fucking whatever. I just I don't know, man. I don't know what to say about that. Nobody's ever going to sit there and tell me it's cool to want to do want to have gun violence or blah 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 blah, or it's guns have got so far past. I don't even want to these. I hate these lines because it makes me talk about guns, and I don't really want to. I just don't want to. I don't want to talk about them on the channel. There's no reason to. There's no reason. I don't want to open up the conversation if somebody's arguing with me in the comments about you don't understand this. I don't want to care to understand. I don't care. Like I don't care. I'm not taking anything away from Americans. Whatever. Do your thing. I just don't care for it. I don't care for it because it's not even used for like, you know, in my opinion, it's not even used as a form of like, so the government won't screw us over, which is what I think the original law was kind of about, not about, f- you know, um, ripping each other apart in the streets. Like, yes, let's keep each other busy and rip each other apart in the streets so that the government can continue to fuck us from all angles. Like, I don't even live. It's just dumb. Just dumb. Anyways, tell me you're cheesing, fam. Tell me you're joking. We can do this right now on the camera, pussy. Whatever. He goes, hey, fuck y'all brothers. I don't trust y'all brothers. I wave one finger and thump y'all brothers like, field gold, punt y'all brothers. They punk y'all brothers. Nobody ever took my food. Um, Kendrick appears to be referencing Fetcher Boomin's March 2024 project. We don't trust you, and we still don't trust you. The former featured Kendrick on the single hit like that, which truly elevated the feud from sneak dissing to name dropping. Use of the phrase "wave one finger" is reminiscent of a similar line Kendrick used on his 2015's Hood Politics. I'm the only brother that can, next to Snoop, that can push the button. Don't know what that means. Whoever that's fucking with him, fuck you, brothers, and fuck the industry too. Just again, anybody that's associated with Drake, like taking the piss on them. If you take it there, I'm taking it further. Psst, that's something you don't want to do. Ooh. And then the end two lines, we don't want to hear you say, N word no more. He says that twice, as in to say, like, you know, you're just not good enough, not black enough, not whatever. I like the song overall. I think I don't care who says it. I think gun violence is stupid. It's stupid at the start of the alphabet, it's stupid at the end of the alphabet. It's stupid all over the place. So that the whole idea of um, you know, gang life or whatever, don't understand it, don't want to understand it. That's it. That is what it is. Overall, I think that this song has a lot better production, and I enjoyed bopping along to it. But you know, at a certain point, it's not just lyrics. At a certain point, it literally is not just lyrics, and then people get hurt. And what do you say then? Are we still? Some people literally literally take it to that point where they're like, like it's not funny. It's not funny because you're just hurting someone's brother, someone's sister, someone's this, someone's that, someone's family. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. There are better ways. There are better ways. In my opinion, if you're that angry at each other, if you're really that angry at each other, um, fight it out. Literally fight it out with your fists. You know, fight it out with your fists. You got a problem? Fight it out. You hit each other as much as you want. Good. You done? You get what I'm saying? Is it going to be a problem? You still want to be angry at each other in a week? Go fight it out again. I don't give a shit. Leave everybody else out of it. You know, take it out on each other and that's it. Use your fists. Go crazy. Have fun. So, whatever. Let me know what you think of the track and, some of the more serious elements of the lyrics that go from just lyrics into something way more serious. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you like content like this, if you like reactions like this, please, I'm always going to keep it real. I'm not going to shy away from talking about these things because obviously they're not shy to say these things in the lyrics, and it is what it is, man. So, uh, if you like content like this and reactions like this, please like, share, and subscribe as always. And I'll see you in the next one.